First of all, we'll do a breath work together. We're going to get ourselves centered, practice just 2 minutes of breath work so you can pay attention, get energized, and calm your nervous system down. So I'll get you to make yourself comfortable. Sit with your legs uncrossed. We're going to close your eyes, and we're going to just pay attention to what's happening. Pay attention to your own body. And you can follow me, and we're going to do breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In and out. In and out. We're just going to do 2 more. In and out. And in and out. And just notice how your body's feeling. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And that is just 1.5 minutes of slow breathing called coherent breathing. The reason I'm doing this is to get your attention so we can get energized, be embodied, practice mindfulness, and because the topic of my talk is beyond the steak. I'm trying to get you to be thriving and not just surviving, because now that a lot of you have fixed your diet, then there may be more things that you can learn. So we'll get into tips on how you can thrive a little bit later and what the tips that I can suggest. But I just want to tell you why I'm doing this, because the statistics is actually quite terrible. The average health span of the population is about 65 years. The average lifespan is 85 years. So imagine you're living and having chronic diseases for the last 20 years of your life. So in Australia, most people live long, 85, but when they're not healthy, they're only healthy until they're 65. I don't know about you, but when my kids, they're teenagers now, they're 13 and 16, when they leave the house, I want to go traveling and I want to be lifting the suitcase up into the luggage thing rather than asking someone else to do it. So I want to be strong and I want to be healthy and go traveling when they leave the house. So, which is why I'm so passionate about spreading the word of lifestyle, so you can reverse chronic conditions and prevent chronic conditions and live a healthy life. In 2016, the NHANES study is showing 85% of Americans are not metabolically healthy, which means that these people, the mitochondria, the metabolic health is pretty poor, and they might have a lot of weight that they need to lose. Even though they might not be overweight, a lot of people are still metabolically not healthy, which means that their body is just not functioning properly. That's America, which is probably a little bit worse, but I don't think Australia is that far behind. So I'll tell you why I got into this journey of why I become a lifestyle GP. So I've been a GP for about 20 years in Wantirna, and just like the usual, I give blood pressure tablets, diabetes drugs, and antibiotics for coughs and colds. And that allowed me to grow my kids, and I work part-time most of the time because I had kids to take to childcare and kinder. And about 7 or 8 years ago, I wanted to lose a bit of baby fat. So I decided that I will join the gym. And the gym had an 8-week body transformation challenge. So yes, I thought, oh, okay, we'll give it a go and do the 8-week body transformation challenge. And I lost 4 kilos, 4% body fat. And I was so ecstatic that just by following the gym, and the gym gave me a spreadsheet that I had to do so much protein, 120 gram of protein, 20 gram of carbs, and 20 gram of fat, which is more like a low carb, maybe ketogenic diet. So I was so happy, and I looked into the science about low carb, ketogenic, and I keep looking and looking, joined Low Carb Down Under, did Nutrition Network, and then COVID lockdown, I had even more time because nobody wanted to come to the clinic anymore. So I dived into the science of low carb, which is amazing. And I started to prescribe it to patients on how to do low carb, keto, and got amazing results. People started to get off medications, half the insulin of diabetic people that are on insulin, blood pressure tablets come off, and became so rewarding, and connected with lots of other low carb practitioners around the country and joined Low Carb Down Under, which I'm still connected to. I'm going to Brisbane this year in October. So if any of you want to go to Low Carb Down Under, is in Brisbane. So then I decided that I'm going to go the next step and start my own low carb clinic. So this is almost 3 years ago in 2022. I woke up one morning, told the husband that I want to make more changes. So I decided to approach the boss and started my own low carb clinic in the same location in Wantirna. So I named it Melbourne Low Carb Clinic. And sometimes, some days, there's no low carb patients and I just see normal coughs and colds. But it's building up. Like today, I had a full morning of low carb patients. And I spread myself out to Pascal Vale South once a fortnight. And it is now Paran, but I'm going to South Yarra once a fortnight. So I'm spreading myself out because otherwise the patients don't get Medicare rebates, which is why I'm going to 3 locations so patients will get some Medicare rebates from me seeing them in those locations. So then I even looked into other lifestyle things to help, because a lot of you have improved in your diet because you might have gone carnivore. You've lost, I don't know, some people said 20 kilos and reverse cancer and improve autoimmune conditions. But there are so many other things that you can do to improve your health other than diet. So we can work beyond the steak. There's so many other things. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that you can do other than diet that might help so you can thrive and longevity and lift that suitcase up when you go traveling on the plane. So the first thing I'm going to share with you is we need to build strength by exercising and strength training and movement. I know a lot of you already do a lot of exercise, but strength training is so important. Doesn't have to be long, 15 to 30 minutes twice a week. That's all you need. That's according to some studies, Dr. Ben in America. That's all he suggests is 15 minutes. That's all you need. Is you can do some squats, you can do some lifts. And I go running. I'm not an ultra runner. You're the ultra runner. I have done 2 full marathons and walked 100 kilometers, but now it's like 3 to 5 kilometers. And there's a couple of runners over there, John and Sam. But movement is important, and getting outside nature, getting outside sunlight exposure is so important. Number 2 is managing your sleep and circadian health. recently I went into a circadian health retreat with Dr. Max Galhane, and I highly recommend him. He's running another health retreat, circadian health retreat in November. So all these artificial lights is pretty damaging. Getting outside first thing in the morning is so important to expose your eyes to regulate circadian health. And even getting outside middle of the day, getting sun breaks, getting infrared and UV lights is really important. Don't wear your sunglasses. Don't put sunscreen on because our body needs these signals of sunlight. And getting regular sleep consistency, going to bed same time, getting up at the same time is so important for your own health. So then the third thing that I'm going to share with you is managing your stress with certain tools like breathwork and managing mindset. Because all this movement with diet is it comes with a mindset like being curious, being open. I went to a talk by Dr. Chatterjee maybe 2 months ago. A lot of you might know him. And he talked about the mindset, whether you have a victim mindset or an architect mindset. So that stayed with me in my mind for a while. A lot of my patients I see, they have a victim mindset because they keep thinking these things happen to me because of that. And they keep thinking, I've got this disease and I just need all the medications, and they feel like they're trapped, and they keep coming in for these prescriptions. And even I had a lady who was on work cover because she was bullied by her employer. And she keeps thinking, why don't these people help me heal? I am injured mentally. Why doesn't Work Cover Allianz, the insurance company, why don't they help me look for work? So I keep telling her, you've got to create your own life. It is your life. They don't really care, I'm sorry. They are just doing their paperwork. So this victim mindset as opposed to an architect mindset is stayed with me. And your own health, you've got to create your own health. Maybe something happened to you. Maybe something when you were a child, you were abused and you had some trauma going on, and that caused you to have, I don't know, maybe an eating disorder. But sure, there was something that happened to you, but creating your own health, it is up to you. Nobody's here to save you. But so that stayed with me. So just something to think about. And so those are the 3 tips: is strength training, movement. Number 2 is sleep and working on circadian health. Number 3 is managing stress and even doing mindset work and breath work. And I even became a breathwork facilitator and hosted a couple of breathwork workshops, which Larry came and did some workshop with me. So with breathwork, that very short breathwork that we did earlier was called coherent breathing. Coherent breathing just means you slow down your breath, breathing in for 5 counts and out for 5 counts. And if I've got some tips to leave for you for tonight, if you do this in the morning for 5 minutes, if you do it again middle of the day for 5 minutes, just breathe in for 5, out for 5. And then if you do it again at night, in the evening, or even before bedtime if you like, I call it 365 exercise. So 3 times a day, 6 breaths a minute, 5 minutes at a time. Then you will learn to regulate your nervous system because you are calming yourself down. First thing in the morning, your cortisol's not raising up so much. Middle of the day, you have worked the whole morning, and then you can calm yourself down to set yourself up for the afternoon. And then you calm yourself down in the evening or before sleep, you will get a better night's sleep. So I usually say once a day is fantastic if you do 5 minutes of coherent breathing. 2 times a day is even better. 3 times a day is even better. So you can do it once or twice or 3 times. And then I've got a bonus fourth tip is having a community and support, which is what Larry is creating, is having supportive individuals that are going on the same journey, which is so amazing that everyone shared the journey. So the 4 tips on how to create a vibrant health, create the life that you want so you can live healthier, increase your health span and not just your lifespan. So it might be overwhelming if you want to just change one thing at a time, one thing each week, then that might just break it down into small, easier chunks. Maybe this week you do 1 breath work a day, and then next week you try 2, and then maybe then you try to do some strength training, work on circadian health, keep learning, and think about any other events that Larry might be holding. Or go to Low Carb Pakenham next month, because 17th of September, John is doing the Low Carb Pakenham, and I've been to 4 or 5 of his events. There's so many events that next week, Carla Viet Carter is the nutrition coach that works with me. She is doing a trivia night on Tuesday here on the same spot. So those that live in Templestowe, you've got no excuse to not come. And she's invited Peter Bruckner, which is the grandfather of low carb, Gary Fettke and Belinda Fettke. They're all big names of the low carb world, to come and do a trivia night next Tuesday. And I'm going to give a plug that Carla and I have a metabolic makeover program. So those of you who are not convinced about diet yet, we can help you with a metabolic makeover program for a special of $999 with a value of $1,400, which includes 2 sessions with me, 4 sessions with Carla, and we're going to throw in an extra session if you book in with in the next week. Then there's my book, which has just come out about 2 weeks ago, for sale for $25, called Prescribing Lifestyle. And then there's Low Carb Made Easy, is an older book for $15 if you want to buy those. And I won't be offended if you don't buy. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm sorry I had to be a bit of a salesy to give a plug about my stuff, but I hope you learn something and get something out of it tonight.